Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to GameStar TV. We are bringing you a massive night of Rocket League here on GameStar TV 1. It is all Cybergamer. It is all Plantronics Pro League. And it is going to be all action from start to finish.
Yes,
My name is Chrisis, and I'm joined in the studio by Byza. Good evening, Byza.
Good evening, Chrisis. I'm ready for some massive action. I'm sure everyone in the Twitch feed are also ready for it. First game tonight, the Mighty Ducks and Spooky Aerials. I'm excited for that one.
Yeah. They are from the Cybergamer Plantronics Pro League main division. So
The main division.
Yeah, main
Ooh.
division. So they are our first match of the night. After that, we've got a little bit of a gap between that match and the rest of the Plantronics Pro League that we'll be featuring tonight. And so we are going to be having, well, I've called it a community match with Gamester Casters. What we're actually going to be bringing you is a special treat, Byza. We're going to have Valiant going up against Jam Gaming in a game of ice hockey.
Now, I hope you've confirmed that because I've got Jam Gaming confirmed, but I didn't confirm with Valiant, so... noob special on me. I should actually told you, but look, nevertheless, if we had three guys who were from the pro teams want to join in any of the pro teams that are not playing tonight, they're more than welcome to join. Otherwise, Christ, you and me are going to be jumping in the hockey match, which will be quite interesting with Jam Gaming.
Yeah, that'll be well interesting. I have to say, I'm much better at hockey than I am at standard Rocket League. Although the word is out there, I've seen a couple of people going, have you discovered that you're playing off the wall a lot better after playing hockey? And that's a little bit the case for me.
But you're playing off the roof, Crisis.
Well, yeah. I think the reason I'm better at hockey than I am at soccer is because hockey is pretty much, it removes one of the dimensions because there's not much aerial stuff that you have to do. So, well, we'll have to see how that turns out. So that's going to be around about 8:30. At 9 p.m. we're going to be featuring Gameroos Hypernova White versus Nefarious. So that's the Gameroos Hypernova amateur team. And then at 9:30, a cracker of a match, Shirley Sequel versus the Invite team of Gameroos Hypernova. And Byza, if depending on how we feel, we might even be able to bring everybody the last match, which has been requested by Team Molotov and Invidious, our last match of the 2015 year.
Yeah. Now, before we jump into the action tonight, just need to confirm your levels, Crisis. I'm being told that I'm about 70% louder than you are, so let's get that sorted before we actually head into a match, because I'm sure people are not going to have a loud Byza and a really quiet, mousy Crisis. That wouldn't be really good, would it?
No, it wouldn't. So I've turned myself up. I turned you down a tiny little bit, but
okay.
I want to make sure that I can at least hear you. So let's keep that feedback coming, ladies and gentlemen, so that we can make sure that everything is to your listening and viewing pleasure. Now, the Mighty Ducks versus Spooky Aerials, both teams that, in fact, I think this is a matchup that we featured before. So we've kind of done full circle with the season, haven't we? Where teams are actually starting to face each other off for a second time in the season.
Yeah, so they've all had a go and they've measured themselves and where they sit in the rank, and this is the real true calling of the ladder positioning and how they're going to go. And we're also coming to the end of the season. At the moment, we're going to have a break for Christmas, but this week will be the last couple of games. Then we come back in Jan, there'll be the real shaping up to hit the finals. But coming full circle, Crisis, means the teams are ready to roll. And it's really exciting because then they know how the other teams play. They can rewatch their matches and then go, right, we need to change it a little bit up for these matches going forward. So it'll be really exciting to see how they encounter the different strats.
All right, so I have just managed to find myself in the lobby of the Mighty Ducks versus Spooky Aerials, thanks to those invites that went out. Big shout out to JP, or J Poonage, as he likes to be called, who is representing for the Mighty Ducks tonight instead of for GameStar.
Yeah, lucky JP. He's got the best of both worlds there, Crisis. Always a bit of fun with him, but he'll be dominating the screens tonight, and he better show us how it's done.
All right, we're into the server, and straight away the teams are ready to get themselves going. I'll just hit up that spectate and then head on over. And Byza, we got Spooky on blue versus the Mighty Ducks on orange.
Indeed, as I set into the server and get ready to watch the boys rip it up with their Z tires. I was trying to come up with a joke, but there's nothing there. It's way too early for it right now. As Crisis will recover from his League of Legends casting, and I'll recover from my CSGO casting from last night. What better to do a bit of Rocket League, and the boys ripping it up at the moment. So, X-Ross for his team. Let's go through the teams quickly. Spooky Aerials, who got Express, X-Ross, and the CBA Splash. I haven't seen him before, so I think that might be a sub or replacement, or the name's changed. We'll let Twitch chat tell us later. And for the Mighty Ducks, Two-Face, Skittles, and J Ponage. 4 minutes almost ticking down here, Crisis. Spooky Aerials with a little bit of attacking force. I wonder when we're going to see this deadlock of the zeros break in this first match.
Yeah, the donuts are on the board as they always are right at the beginning of every single evening. A nice clean scoreboard actually. Zeros for the series, zeros on the goals, and we look to see who's going to score that first goal of the evening and set us off, because Rocket League generally delivers loads and loads of goals the more you watch it. Right now, we are with Spooky Express hanging back right now. The ball comes up to him. He gets up into the air, takes it into the orange zone, and it's very, very easily defended by Byza and cleared out of that orange zone by the boys from Mighty Ducks.
Up goes Skittle just to save the ball from going anywhere close to the goal. And I think the CBA are being told that it's Zyled, so just a bit of a noob change on the Steam name. He will probably get mispronounced all night long if he doesn't change that over. But it's Zyled. Just remember that. X-Ross with the halo clears once again. And, there goes Wild with I don't know what he was doing. It was almost a shot on his own goal. It will head around to the pocket. And once again, J Ponage, or the JP I like to call him, will try to set up for his team. Skittles not really doing much there as the clearance comes from the boys of the Spooky Aerials. They really want to try and get this goal here, Crisis.
Yeah, great little follow through by the two players from Spooky to get the ball up into the orange zone, but they get as far as the corner and then it's interrupted. J Ponage now with a bit of twinkle toes on the roof and an interception there that gets the ball back into the orange zone and real close. Our first real close opportunity that goes begging for the evening, and there's going to be a lot of those, Byza, as the teams warm themselves up through the matches that we feature.
Almost 2 minutes remaining here. The scores are deadlocked for both teams, and they're really filling each other out at the moment. X-Ross missing the ball as JP sets it up in the center. Express comes with a clear out. It's going to hit the top and drop. It's going to be dangerous. Oh, no one's there for the shot. It gets cleared by the Skittles for the Mighty Ducks. They will reset. Two-Face misses the jump off. And, wait, hold on. Skittles has gone for a shot. It's dropping in. Two-Face. He should have let that go because it was going in. And he actually cleared it, saved it for the Spooky Aerial. So very lucky for them. X-Ross pushing up with a follow-up. Up goes the Zyle just to block the shot from the Mighty Ducks. We're still locked here, Crisis. And this is starting to get exciting.
Yeah, some very, very close shots. The aerial joust is starting to come through. There's a shot that goes from X-Ross, but it's wide. And the ball now getting cleared out. He's falling back super, super fast. We'll stick with him on the Gamester TV cam here as the ball gets carried all the way over. And now he has his chance at an open goal. But the great scramble defense coming through, getting the clear out there. I think that was JP who managed to get it away and set up the ball for a shot on goals from Two-Face that goes wide. And then the clear out at 1 minute remaining. He has another opportunity now. The ball heading into that phase of flying across the field. Very little control at the moment. Just the single touch from each player to get it over into the other zone. Now a cross coming through from Two-Face. Skittles comes through, but the defense is there. And Spooky Express gets the clear and saves the goal. The donut's still on the board, Byza, with just on 30 seconds to go.
Yes, this is the most vital part of the match. When you've got 30 seconds left and you're on donuts, if you convert, it pretty much deflates the air out of the opponent's tires. Then they can... Oh, almost a shot. Sweet-By comes Two-Face, and he works it off the wall. It's online. Another clearance coming from Zild. Oh, my God, Chrisis. It is flying as the 10-second mark gets ticked. There's only probably time for one more aerial shot. Here comes Express off the wall. Can they keep it up and have a shot? It drops on the ground and cleared by JP. They'll hit the floor, and we'll head into overtime, Chrisis. This is a good start from both teams, but it's also very nerve-wracking because they both want to start the first game here.
I was sure that one was going to go in. It was a powerful shot from the air with great angle, but Two-Face got the halo and saved it. And forced us, well, allowed us to go into the overtime. Our first demo of the evening, Two-Face the man. The second demo very shortly after. Jay Ponick pays the price, gets revenged upon, and the ball sitting up in the orange zone now as the boys from Spooky Aerials look to break the deadlock. They don't manage to do so. Ball sitting up now. Great defense from Express. Clears the ball away, and now carrying the ball up. The goal face is open. He gets a touch through there. Jay Ponick with a halo in the follow through, and once again that is just cleared, and this is great action from Spooky Aerials and the Mighty Ducks in our first game. This is going to be a best of 5 as well, Byza, so we're going to get a load of Rocket League action tonight.
Yes, and if it's going to be an overtime, every single one of them, this is going to be one hell of a game. JP with the halo, as you said, he just got that, Chrisis. He just got that with the edge of his car, so it was very...
massive
another shot! Oh, Exros!
Express! Oh, he comes through. He turns on the turbo booster and gets a strike that was too hard. JP went up for it. I mean, Byza, he spotted the goal. He had the angle. It was just too hard and fast to go through. And with an overtime 1-0 goal, Spooky Aerials goes one up in the series.
Yes, they go up, and one thing I noticed about the Mighty Ducks, the defense does a lot of sweeping around. They don't sit on the goal line, and JP is doing a lot of the backline work tonight. Couldn't grab that defend once again, and I'll tell you, it was Express that had the shot before, and JP saved it. So they're going to have a lot of trade-offs as we head into the second match. Already up, Chrisis were already up, and we'll go there. The question is, if I put that down, I put that down for the wrong person. All right, so will the Mighty Ducks come back in the second one? Well, obviously there's only one goal, so it's going to be a tight match. I'm still wayward. I think both teams are in with a chance. It's just the Mighty Ducks need to convert early on this one here, Chrisis.
Yeah, it was super close. So there's no ways of saying that, well, all of a sudden the momentum is on a Spooky Aerial side because that was one goal in about 7 or 8 minutes worth of play with no stoppages whatsoever. So there's still a very strong chance that the Mighty Ducks bounce back from going 1-0 down in the series. A best of 5 is a lot of Rocket League to play, but whoa! Maybe Exros decides to prove me wrong, and maybe the momentum, Byza, is actually with the Mighty with Spooky Aerials.
I would say early round, yes, definitely. I think Exros is probably, he heard me call him to shoot a goal before, and he didn't get it, so he wanted to show me how he actually does it and convert here first, Chrisis.
Does well, so that's 2 in a row technically for Spooky Aerials with no reply from the Mighty Ducks. Skittles changes the direction of traffic though. Gets himself a nice easy rebound really. Zooms over there, gets a touch on it with the undercarriage and puts one on the board for the Mighty Ducks. So they'll be pleased, Byza, that they managed to break the drought, get the donut off the board and get themselves into this game.
Even Skittles does a little bit of a circle donut and a little celebration at the start of the round for the boys of the Mighty Ducks. They're back in a defensive half. JP and Skittles actually hit each other, so that could have been a schmozzle if the ball went for the net. However, it didn't. It's been shot around the corner. Nothing's been chased, so the boys are Spooky Aerials are just watching to see what they do. And they are really playing with it at the moment, Chrisis. Just sitting in that corner, having a little bit of a little playland flange as the ball gets worked into attacking half. Exros does a bit of demolition work. Express clears for his team. And it sits high. That's a shot, Christ. It's going. Two-Face with the plunge stop. And JP will try to clear. It's a shot. Oh, hits the crossbar. And pushed back out by Two-Face. It's still dangerous here at the moment, Crisis.
Oh, it sits up. That's all three players from Spooky Aerials participating in there. In the end, Zlid is the one who manages to put the ball away there. But look at that. Express
nice
gets it
touch.
over to Extros. Extros puts it up for Zlid. And Zlid gets the score. Nicely done there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is 2-1. We've had 3 times as many goals in the first minute and a half in this game as we had in the first game. So the floodgates starting to open up just a little bit between these two teams.
I think they took a little while to find where they need to set up and how they're going to go for their aerials. Second match is always the better one in terms of the action for the boys. So look, you could say the momentum is still with the spooky aerials, but don't count the Mighty Ducks out. They're still wanting to try and convert here and pick the first game for the second match.
Right, we're following Express from the Spooky Aerials team. He gets knocked way back from his aerial jousting there. Falls back to the goals, gets himself nice and wide. They're going to be looking to set something up for him, but he has to fall back now. The interception is good in the midfield. Jay Ponage now carrying the ball up, tries to set it up for Two-Face, but you can see Two-Face just misses the ball there. The angle of his car not quite right, and so the attack is stopped and turned around, in fact, by Spooky Aerials. Extros carries the ball through back into the blue zone, though the ball flying and doing lots and lots of work right now for both of these teams, Byza.
Indeed, and I'm going to have a quick shout out to JP. I was speaking to him earlier. He's actually lost his voice, Crisis. So this could be really interesting in terms of the voice communication, how they're playing. You really see tonight how the Mighty Ducks can cope without having too much communication with the Jay Ponage.
Well, as long as he's not the shot caller, then I guess it's going to be okay. I guess he could turn the microphone gain way up high and sort of just whisper. I've got it. Ball flying across the field there from a pinch into the orange zone, but no real pursuit from Spooky Aerials, and so it's carried up quite easily. We've got the view of Express at the moment. He's the last man in defense here as Skittles gets up into the wall, touches the ball over, but it's not defended. The ball is whiffed by the Spooky Aerials players, and so it stays in the blue zone. We'll stick with Express as he gets the defensive clear out. Touches the ball again as it gets to the midfield, sets it up for his teammate, but Skittles with the halo clears the ball out and saves the goal. Zlid has to now defend in turn. Another massive shot, but Spooky Express gets a halo, but not enough though to keep Two-Face from scoring his own goal. Here he comes from midfield, boosting through. And that defense was in absolute disarray after defending 2 shots, Byza. They just couldn't hold on for the third.
Well, of course it would be when you have 3 players ramming it down your neck and being relentless with the scoring opportunities. Mighty Ducks doing very well there. So we're back at the even Stevens mark, 2 on the scoreboard with 54 seconds left ticking. Here comes a shot from Zild. And shout out to him. He's actually changed his name. So thanks, mate, for listening. They're not going to be able to convert on that behalf. In fact, a shot does come from Express, goes wide. But the boys from the Mighty Ducks will try to clear. However, it won't happen. Zard centers it out. X-Ross coming from the shot. JP doing the goalie work will save and clear for his team. Express once again just holding it back in there for the Spooky Aerials. Can they convert this one? It's a central mid ball. And left out to limbo right now. Zard pushes out. Has a shot. Hits the side. And I think the Mighty Ducks boys left that one on purpose because they knew that wasn't going in. Skittles with the drop. X-Ross doing the drop down with the bottom of his car. 9 seconds ticking. Spooky Aerials with all the momentum in this. Can they convert in the dying seconds? And the answer to that is no. They're going to go to overtime, Crisis. So once again, second match overtime. These teams are so close. They're 3rd and 4th on the ladder of the main. They're definitely showing us why they're there.
Well, game number 2 going the way of game number 1, but it might have a result that's
what's
different.
happened?
Two-Face with a fantastic solo effort there. Picks up the ball in his corner, beats one defender, beats two defenders,
clever play.
touches it 1, 2, 3 more times, and perfectly times it to put it into the goal. And that is a win for the Mighty Ducks, and the series is evened up. The game broken wide open, Byza.
Well, when you can do something like that and the tricksters shots just to go in the overtime, that's what you want. That's lovely work by them. So they bring it back. I told you the Mighty Ducks did have something in the arsenal, and it'll be interesting to see how the 3rd and 4th match goes here, Chrisis. I'm excited. I'm still excited. Shout out to everyone in Twitch. And we've got, EJ, Lost Pirate, Cyanide, all spamming away. Shout out to all you guys. And shout out to my favourite player, Humsbra in the Kebab Club. He wanted one, so there's a shout out for you, buddy. And anyone else who wants it for the Plantronics Pro gaming tonight, we'll just chuck it in Twitch. And why don't you share the Twitter link we had before? Because there's a headset on offer for you guys.
So, well, I'm just caught a little bit by surprise, Byza. I've just got to make sure that Cyanide doesn't get himself banned in GameStar TV1 because, by the bot. So just take it away, mate. I'll just sort this out.
That's it. Spooky Aerials having a shot on goal, going wide. The boys are filling themselves out once again. A defense coming from Skittles of the Mighty Ducks, setting it up. He's rolling with the side. Spooky goes up. He tricks them out, but the defense coming. Zyle will clear for his team. Express still trying for the shot. Zyle goes wide, so they're not on target at the moment. Trying to feel out what they're going to do. Express with another one. Hitting it again. Once again, they're going wide. Don't know here, Chrisis. The Mighty Ducks looking very strong. I can't tell where the momentum's going. I suppose we have to let them fill themselves out. I'm going to keep saying that all match and feel that I'm thinking I'm saying something really dirty, but I'm not.
We are definitely going to be keeping it clean here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Plantronics Pro League that we are covering, and we want to make sure
EJ's not here.
that the sponsors of the Cyber Gamer Pro League get the best possible service they possibly can. And just speaking of that, a shot goes wide. In fact, it goes high, that is. There you go. Cyanide, of course, is a mod in GameStar TV1, so he's immune to the bot, I think. He should be fine. Another shot that goes begging. Two-Face with the halo, but up into the air goes Spooky Express. The angle not quite right, and the ball goes wide, and that is some heart-stopping moments there for the Mighty Ducks. They've managed to defend it and now carry the ball up into the blue zone to try and get the donut off the board for themselves. They're just controlling it right now. We're with Skittles as he gets it into the corner. The bounces off. Up comes Jay Burnage with a massive shot. Oh my goodness. That was beautiful. Such interplay from his teammates. And, sorry, I focused on the wrong one. I should have I switched over to Two-Face instead of Jay Burnage. Fat-fingered the...
Actually, I did the same thing there, Chrisis, but I still enjoyed the fact that JP just went up and he soared and he had a lot of hang time and he come down with it and slotted it in. That was a really good goal by them.
Yeah, and that's why, Byza, with these aerial situations, you've got to joust. You actually, as X-Ross
Look at X-Ross.
Jay
X-Ross and JP having a joust off.
They're making this a total 2v2 at the moment. We'll stick with them.
Now,
who's going to give up? Who's going to call Uncle?
I honestly, I hope they're not actually locked together and they can't get out. No, they're going to go. Wow,
and finally they break it. Jay Burnage gives way. And the ball's sitting up in front of the orange zone. He falls back on defense. But great comedy here. And straight away, Byza, he's into defending his goal.
Yeah, I'm sitting with X-Ross, and he's looking to get himself back into the scoring mode. Zyle sets it up. Express waiting for it. He's not going to do anything. In fact, Skittles will try and clear. Express will wait for that. Two-Face will do the clearance work. Once again, X-Ross waiting for that one. So I think the Spooky Aerials have got the measure for the Mighty Ducks at the moment. So the momentum sitting with Zyle with a shot to the side. Here comes X-Ross. In it goes!
We stuck with him the whole way, Byza. You said I'm following X-Ross, and so that's exactly what we did. The shot goes through from Zlid. It rebounds, and X-Ross with a great return off that rebound, puts it into the corner of the net, and gets his team on the board. It is 1-0 again. And boy, have we been here before, Byza, with the teams deadlocked.
But a sense of deja vu.
Just a little bit, one each.
Just a little bit. Demo coming from X-Ross. I'm going to flick off him now. He's had a bit of coverage from me. But what I'm seeing here from Spooky Aerials is they're pretty much predicting what the Mighty Ducks are doing, and they're not going out on the first step. They're letting them try to dictate, and then if they stuff the ball up, they're going to make them pay. So a shot coming from the Mighty Ducks, central mid. JP comes back for the return. Demo. Hey, mate, you're going to blow me up. I'll blow you up back later when it counts the most. X-Ross in the favourable position. Just a little bit too wide. It was just too wide for it, and he couldn't get the right shot. He probably should have came off the boost, because that could have been a guaranteed goal and taken an advantage out of this deadlock. Express with the push off the side. Two-Face trying to clear past his goal. Chrisis, this is crazy with a minute left on the scoreboard.
Yeah, ones across the board at the moment for the series and the goals in this game. It's the third game of a best of 5, and right now things are deadlocked, very, very close there. Almost a goal there from Spooky Express. And off the wall, across that goes well wide from Jay Ponage. And he'll look for Two-Face to try and pick that ball up. He's falling back, though, back into the orange zone. Here comes the ball. He's waiting for it to come to him, and that's quite dangerous. Less proactive there about the way that he's dealing with the ball, just as you called it earlier, Byza. And that's been okay so far for the night. But certainly dangerous sort of play to wait for the ball to come to you when you are versing a team like Spooky versus Spooky Aerials.
Chrisis lost himself. 2 seconds left, ticking off the side of the wall. That was a goal, and it's landed flat on the bottom before it converted, and overtime has clicked into play. Both teams are like, I have no time to process that thought, and they have to keep going here, Chrisis. The ball drops in front of the Spooky Aerials defense, just pushed out by Zyled. Back into the attack they go. Oh my goodness, I can't even process that thought. That should have been a goal.
I mean, it was shimmering, wasn't it? Halfway through the line. Now, if that was the hockey puck, that would have been a goal, because the hockey puck's got the special hitbox where it goes a fraction over the line and it's a score. Here's a shot, though. Oh, the overtime doesn't go to Two-Face and the Mighty Ducks. It gets defended nicely by Spooky Aerials and transitioned over to the orange zone. Up into the air goes Zled. There's one defender, though. Skittles picks it up, and now Two-Face carrying it over. Skittles combines with him to try and carry the ball over. He gets it into the blue zone, but Express is there to clear it away. The Just in midfield keeps the ball up in the air, and back into the orange zone it goes. Shot, kind of a shot on goals Skittles there, Byza, but that halo from Skittles probably the easiest he's ever gotten.
Yeah, I don't think it was on target for a shot. I think, what's happened? Skittles. I was just about to give you a little bit of... I was taking the credit away from you, and too right so with that one. You missed that ball, and you give Spooky X-Ross the easiest goal of his lifetime, and that is overtime done and dusted. And that's the thing about overtime. You don't get another chance if you do something like that, and you get absolutely nailed for it, and everyone remembers it because it's the last part of the play, Chrisis.
I mean, let's be fair for old Skittles there. That was a difficult ball to defend. He was returning to his goals on defense, and he had to jump into the air with the ball behind him and try and get a bit of a spin around to clear it away. And unfortunately, just got beaten by the angle of the ball, and it sat up there nicely for Spooky Aerials to put the ball away and go 2-1 up in the series. Byza, this is crunch time now for the Mighty Ducks. And a big shout out to Jay Punage from GameStar. And in fact, he's not just from GameStar, he is one of the Cyber Gamer admins for Rocket League. So putting on a show for us tonight as well, participating in the Rocket League Plantronics Pro League here on Cyber Gamer. The first shot on goals within 10 seconds. It's defended though. Two-Face gets the clear out and the ball floating now up into the air, but Chrisis+Byza keeps it in the orange zone.
Yes, he does, and we're going to have a shout-out to the X-Ross. Apparently, the guys in Twitch are calling him Chris Cross, or Rick Ross, or Bob Ross. So call him what you want. Where I might give him the crisscross nickname if he does something with with defending the goals. But at the moment, his X-Ross Express goes for the jousting and it doesn't avail. It is now in the attacking half of the Mighty Ducks. And wouldn't it be good here, Chrisis, as Two-Face does a demo, if they converted first on the on this fourth match?
Well, we have a 2-1 situation. We've had overtime in every single game so far, so it could go either way, and it would be great to see Mighty Ducks. Oh! Skittles from Mighty Ducks gets a touch.
Blunder in the last game.
Changes the angle there, Byza, with a touch on his roof, and makes sure that the ball finds its way home. That was great. Beat 2 defenders. Redeems himself too.
Now, I think we've got another one in the Twitch. It's Chrisis+Byza, and I think we could almost make that Chrisis+Byza. It's pretty damn close, but they're not. I'm going to stop watching now. I'm going to start getting into the action. Yes, the boys of the Mighty Ducks are up, and this is what they needed to do. Now, I honestly think they need to get another goal just to shut Spooky. You'll give them a little bit of a shake. Say, hey, we want this one, and we're going to take it to a fifth. But if anything goes with the Spooky Aerials in the match of how the momentum is going, they're going to be putting on a bit of a show very soon, Chrisis.
Oh, this could turn the wrong way around. There was a great setup there from Jay Ponage off the wall, and all 3 players from the Mighty Ducks were up, trying to convert that into a goal. And the deflection was powerful from Spooky Aerials, but fortunately for the boys of Mighty Ducks, not on target. We lose sight of the goals for just a moment, and Two-Face gets the clear out. The ball now sitting up in the midfield. He's going to wait for Jay Ponage to go for the ball there, and that means that Spooky Aerials have an opportunity to contest for it and get it over into the orange zone. Sitting up in the midfield, though, right now the ball out of sight. It just went straight up into the air. And finally comes down and finds its way into the blue zone. Byza, this is a chance for the Mighty Ducks. No, there's a deflection that goes just high from Spooky Aerials. Mighty Ducks will be very, very pleased that that didn't go in.
High ball express jumps gone wide. But who cares about it going wide, because it's how it comes down, and X-Ross slots it in quite nicely. Have a look at that. He's following the groundwork. JP's out of position, gets caught. Oh, just with his bonnet, slots it in. Very nicely done there from the Spooky Aerials Team Express. 1-1 on the scoreboard. And what did I say before? Even if they're a goal down, they're still going to come back and convert.
Well, 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining on the clock. It is 1-1 right now between these two teams, and they have been absolutely neck on neck all day long, Byza, and really nothing to choose between these two. You can't say that it's the bounce of the ball. Oh, you can actually when it's the Express behind it. He gets the ball off the top of the goal, hits that crossbar, and the bounce is beautiful, rockets down and scores the goal for his team. It's 2-1 to Spooky Aerials, and now the pressure is onto the Mighty Ducks.
The one ticket for the Express train, please, Chrisis. He loves it at the moment, and he's doing very well for his team. Look, if I'm going to call him an MVP, he's pretty much my pick of the favourite. But let's jump to the other side, Two-Face. And the boys of the Mighty Duck decide that they're going to stop this. They're going to equal it back up and take the aerial work. That's nice. Skittles also helping it almost. So a nice combination from the Mighty Ducks. Get them back into the draw status. Sorry, Spooky. I was pumping your fun there, and you quickly got taken away, mate.
Yeah, it's the Shoutcaster's curse, just like that. So Spooky Aerials now
take that ticket back.
On defense. They get the ball cleared out and over into the orange zone. Zlid contends there for the ball in the corner, but it gets cleared away. Jay Ponage carries the ball all the way up. Spooky X-Ross puts it up into the air, and the joust is good as the demo goes through from Zlid. Putting pay to one of the defenders. The goal is open. This is Two-Face's moment of glory, but he he actually pounded that ball way up into the air. I'm sure he had to have been disrupted.
Deflection pinch. Yeah, a nice deflection pitch that got it up the top there, and it really couldn't sit down and drop in front of the goal for a conversion. JP working his magic round the side. Hey, I don't have a voice, but I do have a car, and I know how to use it. He does the backflip, takes a little bit of advantage of X-Ross blunders trying to clear it, and slots it into the goal mouth. Mighty Ducks going ahead with a minute remaining here, Crisis. It's good for them, but they need to get another one.
They do indeed, because it has been neck and neck all the way through. And here's a shot that must be defended. And Jay Ponage doesn't quite get it. Extras with the angle. Just punts it.
No, Two-Face.
And finds the perfect spot between two defenders.
Oh, this is a miscommunication. I think this is what we're talking about. JP knows he's going up, but Two-Face, does he know he has to go? And he went up and the wrong place, wrong time. Another shot coming from Express. JP with a halo trying to save his team in it. He doesn't want to lose this one as they go into the attack mode. Pops it over the top, and Skittles wants to turn, but he can't because the clear comes from Express. And they send it back down the midfield as the Two-Face brings it back for the boys. Zyle doing the return work for the Spooky Express. This is set up for him. X-Ross drops it off to the side, but there's no power on the shot. And same with Zyle. So the clear from Mighty Ducks again. A little bit rattled in the cage. Both teams in this fourth match at the moment. 20 seconds ticking. Are we going to see a conversion crisis?
Well, we may well do, or we may just see yet another overtime. And these teams have needed overtimes in 3 games. Why would the fourth be any different? I don't want to jinx it, though, as the ball sits up in the corner. There's a cut shot opportunity. It's crossed over, and Expresson's lead unfortunately missed that ball. And Mighty Ducks get to face another overtime instead of getting knocked out of the best of 5. And we have the restart going on straight away. Spooky Aerials get the ball into the orange zone and start exerting pressure on the Mighty Ducks.
Plantronics Pro League. We got the main division at the moment, and a shot's coming off. Oh, Express has just missed it. JP clears. It was Two-Face with a halo. And the Mighty Ducks and the boys of Spooky Aerials facing off in their 4th round of overtime.
Oh, JP does the business.
In.
Oh, he does a great job there. Picks up the ball. It comes off of a rebound, and he taps it in. The defense, the scrambling defense, defeated there after clearing out the rebounds. And the theme of the evening, Byza, continues as the series gets evened up 2-2.
Well, we're going back and forth between the rounds. I'll quickly go through the score lines of the first 4 rounds. So the first one was taken by Spooky Aerials, 1-0 in the overtime. Then we had the Mighty Ducks take the second, 3-2 in the overtime. Spooky Aerials, once again, 2-1 in the overtime in the third. And then we hit the fourth, Mighty Ducks taking it 4-3. Best of 5 this is, Crisis. Both teams, 3rd and 4th on the main ladder. Before we have a Christmas break for the Plantronics Pro action for the main league, we're set for a 5th round action. Wowzers, this is really exciting right now.
Yes, super action from these 2 main division Plantronics Pro League teams. Best of 5 series absolutely deliver time and time again for the for Rocket League. It's just a great format, and no wonder Rocket Mayhem and Rocket All-Stars have shifted over to that best of 5 series for all games. It's just a terrific format, and the players seem to enjoy it as well. They get a lot of Rocket League played in one night. We have had we've had over 30 minutes of action so far for our first game, Byza, and these teams producing
usually we're done
goods.
by now. Yeah, usually we're done, dusted, setting up for the next match, but both of these teams are showing some great forces within. And yes, I just plugged the I'm not going to do any spoiler alerts, but I just plugged it. So the shot comes from Express. So let's get into the action. The halo save from the Two-Face is lovely work from the Mighty Ducks. 2 goalies as well. So they want to play defensive in the 5th and probably get their goal opportunities, the Mighty Ducks, from the rebounds, Crisis.
Wow, nobody wanted that ball. It sat around for ages while 3 players from the Mighty Ducks just watched it bouncing around there as they now decide to carry it up. But this is one of those phases, Byza, where the ball's just appearing in one zone and then shooting over to the other. But this time, it's going to spend a little bit more time in the blue zone as Skittles picks up the ball and gets himself a long-range goal. It completely beats Zlid, who was heading over to try and stop a through ball out wide. And Skittles decides, nah, I'll just actually take a shot from goals. Easy enough from this, from where I am, and gets the nice little punt over, and doesn't even need a bounce to sink it into the back of the net. We're back into the action. 3 minutes and 20. The Mighty Ducks have gone 1-0 up. They lost the first game. They came back into the second. They've lost the third game and came back in the fourth. Who's going to win the fifth? It's impossible to tell at this stage. These two teams need overtimes to decide between them who's going to come out on top. We're following Express right now, Byza, and he's just falling back. So let's switch on over to Zlid, who's in the orange zone, and the ball now getting cleared away from sort of a half shot at goals.
A little bit of a half shot comes from the JP, but the second from the Two-Face on target. Lovely halo there from Zylde, and that's a good save from him. He'll go with his second clearance for his team. JP straight on it, waiting for it, converts. Yeah, Beauty Mighty Ducks got two. And look, I've been calling this in the last couple of rounds. If they're going to score, you need to score the first 2 goals early. And they've done it within 2.5 minutes of this match. If anything goes to the way, Spooky Aerials, you will see a comeback from them, but maybe not this time. Maybe not this time. I think the Mighty Ducks are actually carrying more momentum into this fifth crisis.
Well, they might well have, Byza, because no team has actually gone 2 goals. They've never had a 2-goal lead.
The buffer.
Yeah. So it's always been either 1-0, 2-1, or 3-2. That sort of situation. So we've been kind of guaranteed we're going to go into an overtime with just a single ball return. That's a good defense there. Extros gets the necessary touch to it and keeps the ball out. Mighty Ducks at the moment, the team with the buffer and all of the pressure getting exerted onto Spooky Aerials as they must reply. They've got 2 minutes to get 2 goals. It's a long time to play. That is one ball that goes off the crossbar, but the reply is just a soft one from Extros, and Jay Ponage gets a halo and clears the ball out. The ball flying across now, and that has been the story of Mighty Ducks' day. When they get the ball and carry it through, they're actually taking shots at goal each time, Byza.
Yeah, and they're being so defensive when it comes in a defensive half. They're hitting it across the field, putting the team on another shot. Two-faced!
Two-faced with a contender for the Jam Gaming Top 5 Players of the Week. Flies through, creates the rebound for himself, touches it, and gets it up into the crossbar above a defender as well. That was perfect positioning of the ball there. And he will be pleased with that. And all of a sudden, they had a 2-0 buffer. Now it is a 3-0 buffer. Byza, Mighty Ducks looking fantastic right now.
Looking to open the floodgates. Two-Face with a lovely work there. And that is a get some moment from the GameStar TV as we have a minute ticking in this Plantronics Pro Main Division League. Wow, I can't believe the boys of Spooky Aerials are behind because another goal's coming. The floodgates get smashed open. And now, usually we say commentators curse. Not this time. I just talked Two-Faced. I've opened them up, and he certainly just followed through there with the boost over jump. That both of the guys from the Spooky Aerials caught out with their pants down the knees, and it's not good for them there, Chrisis.
Hey, shout out to Sammy in the Twitch chat who just saw that goal, that double goal there by Two-Face and called it sick. And it absolutely was. A cross comes through from the Mighty Ducks. They're trying to stage a bit of a comeback. Jay Ponage, though, he's been dribbling all night. He tries for the goals. He doesn't get it. But Two-Face, is that a hat trick for Two-Face?
It is indeed.
And surely,
life right now.
Not only, Byza, was that goal a contender for the Jam Gaming Top 5 Players of the Week? Surely, Two-Face has put a firm stamp down on the GameStar MVP award for tonight, the first nomination.
Oh, look, when you have the games go like they did tonight, with the 2 games going pace to the sides, it's always up to the last one. And if you can pull out the big guns like Two-Face is doing right now, it definitely puts you in good seat for the contention.
Yeah, indeed. So 5-0 right now. Not a true reflection of how this match has gone, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the series score. It is 2-2 between these two teams. And with 10 seconds to go, I think we can safely say, a bit of extra flair right there. Trying to at least redeem the loss that it is going to be with a bit of fancy play style up in the air. But Byza, that is the end of the match, and Mighty Ducks, who were neck on neck throughout the series with their opponent Spooky Express, open up the floodgates and put away 5-0 with Two-Face doing the business, scoring a hat-trick.
Yes, and very lovely done by him. The Mighty Ducks, well, what we saw early game was they didn't have the momentum, but they would come back time after time. They go to the overtime, and we saw overtime in every single match apart from that last one, and they'll bring it back. So they're always holding in and getting the last one, and that's what they say about good teams. Good teams win the close matches, and that's what they did there. They opened the floodgates in the end. Spooky Aerials, well, you know, bit of bad luck to them. We thought they were carrying that and they were going to go home with it, but not the case tonight. Look, MVP, I think Twitch are going to all talk about it. I'm certainly with Two-Face, just getting that hat trick off the end there, and doing very very well for his team.
And
what do you reckon?
Monster of a goal. That's just.
Easy,
we say here in New Zealand, fully sick, bro. That was an amazing goal. So that was fantastic. EJ putting in the Twitch chat, who was the MVP? If there are any dissenting voices for the Two-Face nomination, put them in there right now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see if we can queue up that Hockey League game. If we've got time, we've got 12 minutes in it, Byza. So we'll be right back in just a moment. Stay tuned to GameStar TV1. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we've got that Plantronics headset giveaway. You've got to tweet out that, or you've got to retweet that tweet that Cyanide has been posting in the Twitch chat, and hopefully if he hears this, he'll post in the Twitch chat one more time, just so everybody can click on the link, open it up, and hit the retweet button. How easy could it be to win yourself a Plantronics headset? I think you've got a choice of 2 headsets, both of them great for the pro gaming that you all get into. We'll be back in just a moment. This is Chrisis+Byza signing out.